Conclusion paragraph. This is the last paragraph you have to write for your essay. Very exciting. Very excited to be done. Now, when we are writing our conclusion paragraph, it is important that we remember these 6 things. It's our central idea, which is to remind the reader what they should have learned by reading your essay in one sentence. It's to summarize body paragraph 1, to summarize body paragraph 2, to summarize body paragraph 3, and then elaborate by telling your audience how these 3 statements connect. Last, you want to end with your so what. Why is it relevant? Why is it important? Remember, with this, there are no opinions. So, looking back at my personal pop culture encyclopedia, how I did Kim Jong Un, when I look at my first paragraph, we have has there ever. So, if you're not familiar, this is about Kim Jong Un faking his death to try and see if there are any people who are trying to get power from him or to see if anyone's going to cross him. That's what happened. So I need to look at my first 3 paragraphs, which are going to be talking about whether or not a leader has ever faked their death before, how that rumor started that he had died, and what evidence there was of a missing leader. So going back to my going back to this hyperdog, summarize my central idea by reminding them what they should have learned by reading my essay in one sentence. So what I'm going to say is Kim Jong-un is the leader of North Korea, and he is feared, and he also has a lot of power over his subjects. Now, summarizing in body paragraph 1 what happened. Because of this power, Jong-un wanted to know if there was anyone else in his cabinet, which is really just like a word for saying in his inner circle, like in his trusted people. So if there's anyone else in his cabinet who was after power. Ooh, so spooky. Now I'm going to summarize body paragraph 2. So if you look back over here, body paragraph 2, how did the rumor start? The rumor started. It was believed that Jong-un had died due to a rumor of his absence at important North Korean events. So, I gotta spell absence right. So what happened is that he was missing some big parties, and everyone was like, wait a minute, it's super rare for leaders to miss these type of parties. What's going on? And that's when it started getting a little hush hush that maybe he's dead. So now on to number 3, summarizing that body paragraph, which is what is the evidence of the missing leader? Now I'm going to be talking about what parties he missed. So Jong-un missed the anniversary of his great-grandfather's death / celebration life. Now, this was a really big deal because his great-grandfather was a pretty big influence on him. He showed him the ropes a little bit. So for him missing that anniversary / celebration of life, it was like, oh my gosh, he might really be gone. Okay, so those are my 3 things. Now I'm going to talk about how they connect. Jong-un being in a position of power, missing key events, a lot of followers, believed he had passed. This would mean that there was now an open seat for the empire. So, my so what? Why is this relevant to my audience? This is relevant because I'm actually going to say this is important because people that Jong Un trusts have the same viewpoints as he does and believe to rule similarly. However, there are some who think that he rules too lightly. So my big so what this means is that Kim Jong-un is not a great person. No, I can't say that because that's an opinion, right? So Kim Jong-un is often criticized for the lives of the people he rules over. However, there are others in his party that could make life much worse. Meaning, Kim Jong-un's death, whenever it may actually happen, could lead to worldwide unrest. All right, that is your concluding paragraph. Ooh. Sorry, that's loud. That's your concluding paragraph. Make sure in your concluding paragraph that you once again remind your reader what they should have learned from reading your essay, that you're summarizing body paragraph 1, 2, and 3, that you're telling how those statements are connected, and you're retelling your audience why it's important that they're paying attention to the topic that you have chosen. Okay, that's all.